Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today's the day to go assess the wind damage from the big storm a couple days ago. I guess we'll start right here. The top on this thing got completely shredded. The frame is still anchored firmly to the ground. Nothing wrong with the frame at all, but I got a lot of cleanup to do here. Like I said, I've already started pulling stuff out, but I tried driving this out and the battery was dead. So I'm charging the battery on that, and now I'm gonna attack right in here. I'm yanking stuff out. I'm either putting it in the greenhouse or in this shed, but it's got to be out of the way because I'm moving machinery out of this shed and into the new wood shop. Yeah, this was just a real bad time for this, but I'm going to do this stuff a little bit later. What I'm going to do now is go on that walk and see if there's trees down on the roads and all that kind of stuff. I know that our neighbor texted us and said there's a tree down over this way, and he wanted to know if he could have some of the wood. So I'm going to take a look at that right away. But first, I think we'll walk down the road right here and check that out. I was just right there, but I didn't even notice it. That tree right there just fell. I think the birch was already down, but I think there's another one down there. And I believe another one fell down this way. Nothing across the road. Yeah, it looks like a couple trees fell back in here, but I'm going to pay that no never mind. Hopefully I can get in there and get some firewood next spring, but it's nothing to worry about right now. All right, let's go take a look by the neighbor's property where our properties join, and then I'll loop down into the woods and see what's on the roads down there. I could see the tree from here, and it looks like several trees. There's a couple trees down over there, but yeah, that is a big birch, and a bunch of trees fell right here. Again, none of these are blocking a road or anything. I guess I'll just tell him to go ahead and take what he wants. We have plenty, and it'll just rot if I don't. Look at all them trees. A lot of this stuff was hacked and squirted. Yeah, that is a mess. Okay. All right, I'm going to give him the go-ahead on this. Yeah, there's got to be a dozen trees down right here. Yeah, this is going to be a mess to clean up in the spring. Trees everywhere. And I really need to cut all of these trees that are on this side of the fence. I need to cut them all and get them out of here. It's going to be a couple days' work. Ah, boy. It looks like we are going to have maybe Izzy for the entire trip, but definitely Tater. Tater Cat loves to go for walks. Well, just from looking, I don't see anything down this way. I'm right behind the shed, and that's the Billy Road right there. Nope. Maybe a few small branches. Oh, there's a treetop over there. But not bad. All right, let's get on the road. Yikes. I know there was one tree down over here, but what do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Yeah, this won't be too hard, but yeah, that aspen just broke off right there. And that's it right there. All right, let's get through here and take a better look. Okay, We have the top of a tree right there, tree across the road right here, and just a chunk of a tree there and a bunch of branches. Man, this is going to be a mess to clean up. I'm going to have to come through here with the gator and a bunch of gas and the chainsaw and clean this all out in the spring. Oh, that's another top. That's a top right there, and this is a whole tree. This top belongs to that tree right there, and it was probably taken out by this tree. Yikes. Okay, Izzy, let's do this. Hopefully I can get this dog to go the whole way with me. She's usually pretty chicken. Yeah, what a mess. Okay, from back here, you can see that 1, 2, 3 trees have fallen in the storm, all in the Oak Savanna Restoration area. Only one of them crosses the road, so that's a good thing. I am going to be using that chainsaw a huge amount next year. Yeah, that tree is new as well. Holy moly. It's hard to tell in here. This is just a jumble always, but I'm sure tons of trees have fallen because there's still a whole bunch of dead trees standing from the emerald ash disease. The emerald ash borer killed all kinds of trees in here. I'll show you a couple of them, but you can see one right there. I'm surprised that one didn't fall. Bunches of those fall every time there's a windstorm. Yeah, that's been there for a while. Nothing new in this area. I hate throwing a frisbee in this area because this ravine is about 35 feet down, and if this frisbee veers off and goes over the edge, this crazy dog will just go after it and follow it. I gotta be real careful here. We'll be around the corner in just a little bit. Now let's take a look at this. Beautiful down there with all the moss on the rocks. We had a massive flood. Oh, that's probably been 6 years ago now. And it completely polished every rock in the bottom of there. They were all shiny white. Huge storm. Speaking of storms, the storm that I'm out looking for damage from was just totally bizarre. I was on the computer trying to upload the video from that day, and it had just finished uploading. I was watching Ryan Hall. I linked that in that video. Ryan Hall has a weather channel on YouTube, and he does live streams when there's really bad storms and stuff. And he had a live stream of this storm on its way. Everything about it was really freaky. The shape of the storm, well, the time of year for the storm, we generally don't get storms like that in the winter. And there was a bunch of tornadoes, and the tornadoes were picking up snow. And he was calling them snow-nados. Just really freaky. But I finally got the video uploaded, and I was watching the storm. They have, on the radar, they have like green, and then yellow, orange, and then red, like where the severe weather is, and then it goes the opposite on the other side of it. So right as that orange got to us, the power went out. And then we watched it on the phone for a while, and as the storm went over the top of us, I mean, it was pelting us real bad. As the storm went over us, and we got to where it was in the orange again on the other side of it, it like just stopped. So I went outside on the porch and was checking it out, and it was like being inside of a flash bulb. if you know what a flash bulb is. They used to use them on old-fashioned cameras. It was just bizarre. The sky was just flashing everywhere, just all the way around you, but there was no sound. And I'm out there standing watching this stuff, and I look to my left towards the neighbor's property, and all of a sudden just crack, a huge bolt of lightning hit either up in that field or it hit the farm over there. But the light and the sound happened at the same time, and it just scared the crap out of me. Got back in the house and pretty much went to bed after that. It is really hard to say, but look at all that wood in there. I don't know what's from this storm and what's from previous storms. A lot of stuff was down in here, but I'm sure a whole bunch of that fell during this storm. I should really get in here and saw some of that up, but there's more just in this little area right here than we would use the rest of our lives for heat. Our house does not use that much firewood. Kitty. Yeah, I could see some fresh trees down. You could see the fresh snaps, but I don't think I'm going to go to the other side of the property. Our property goes way down to the bottom here, and then it goes back up to the other side of that ridge over there. I'm sure there's a lot of trees down, but they're not going to make any difference to me. Izzy, this way, honey. I don't know if you heard that gunshot, but Izzy, don't run that way. Come on, let's go this way. Nobody's shooting at you, honey. There you go. I'm down by the chair in the woods, and how many trees is that? That's a real big one, split right in half. And that's an aspen again. Not a very strong tree. That one fell as well. Oh, somebody just shot again. Looks like Izzy's gonna head home. Yeah, a few trees down here. Yeah, tree fell across the road right here, but kind of fell apart. A lot of damage. Oh, there's another one right there. Right in the sun. We were just down there looking up at these trees right here, and you could see it a little better from this direction. Yeah, lots of damage, but it really doesn't matter, except for this stuff all along the road here. I mean, that fell as well. Quite the storm. Looked like that one fell on top of a barrel or something. Yeah. Lots of cleanup. All right, we're going to go on the other side of the street and see about the horse fence and see what kind of damage we have over there. Natalie and a couple of her friends walked around this fence line and fixed, or supposedly fixed, whatever was wrong with it, but it's still not working. And Cindy has walked it as well, and she can't find any problem. I'm going to go around here and see if I can see what's wrong with this. What a mess. Yeah, I could chainsaw all next year and not get rid of all this stuff. All right, When we first bought this lot right here, oh, that's been 6-7 years now, I girdled all of these aspen, and they've been dead that entire time. But this one just finally fell. And that birch just finally fell as well. Yeah, big mess back here. There's an old wasp nest. Looks like it's a couple years old. Messy, messy, messy. It's a big old cottonwood right there. Massive tree. Look at the bark on that thing. And that's a white oak right behind it. That is a savanna tree that got overgrown by the woods. It's probably too late to save it, but I am taking out all these junk trees right here. The first year that I had this channel, I cut out hundreds of trees in this area. I just left a few. I actually pruned this big old apple tree right here. This was in the middle of the woods and would have died at some point, but now it's in the middle of a field. And I pruned a whole bunch of junk out of it. But what I was getting at is I cut a few trees right here. You could see there was a big fire that I had here. But this is what grew up from the stumps in 2 years. And that's about, 9 or 10 feet tall. Next year, I'm going to have to get in here, hack these down by the ground, and put some killer on them. Get rid of them for good. All right, got a little more mess to go, and then I'm going to get back on that shelter and keep cleaning that up. For those of you who are wondering, it is about 29 degrees and we have, I think, about 5-mile-an-hour winds. It is really nice out right now. Yeah, you could see the remnants of the fires I started back here. I'd cut a bunch of trees and then stack it up and burn it up. There's no way on earth we could burn all this stuff in our fireplace. We can let it rot too. I'll probably roll this stuff down into the ravine. This right here, this is the old fence line from when this was farmland, and I found barbed wire coming out of the ground. That's what these two are for, and I believe there's a couple more in here. I gotta come here with the gator, and I'm gonna yank that out of the ground with the winch. I should have some pretty interesting videos over here next year. I'm gonna be clearing a lot of this garbage out. All right, I'm not going to do this right now. I'm probably going to do this tomorrow, but I've never been able to sort through this stuff. Got some oak right here. This is probably rift sawn, but we have treated wood. It looked like, yeah, this is just a 2x12, isn't it? No, that's oak as well. All right, this is from my old shop, and I didn't pack this stuff up. A buddy of mine packed a lot of this stuff up. You can see a spalted tabletop right here. That was a work in progress. Yeah, we got some oak panels here, but they got water damage. Yeah, I'm gonna go through this, and I'm probably gonna throw a bunch of it out, and we'll definitely save some of it. Here's a big block of spalted maple. Yeah, that's some beautiful wood. Yeah, I'm gonna go through this tomorrow, and I got the truck parked over here. Run some of it to the dump, and what can be saved, I'm gonna run into here, and eventually I'll make some stuff out of some of this wood, but for the most part, I'm gonna be getting new wood for that. Okay, yeah, this is a mess, but it'll probably only take me maybe 4 or 5 hours. Hopefully this thing will be charged up by then and I can just drive it out. Yeah, it's on slow mode because it's cold out. This is probably going to take all night to charge. Okay, yep, I'll do this tomorrow. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comments section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.